If you don't know the three gorgeous people I'm sitting with today, you've probably been living under a rock. Because this is City TV, and today I am sitting with the handsome Bilal, Ashraf, Armeena Khan and Ali. These guys have been on a crazy promotion tour, right?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, so we've got them in Lahore and we just have just this little bit of time with them, and we're really excited to get the conversation rolling. So when is the movie coming out, guys?
This Eid al-Azha, so September 13th.
September 13th, yes. And it's releasing in 15 countries. For the first time in the history of Pakistan cinema, something like this has happened where we have our film releasing simultaneously in 15 plus countries.
Great, so we were just talking to them about their travel schedule and everything. So you have premieres and you guys are traveling and everything. Ali, how's it going for you? You guys are here till the 55th?
Yes, well, I'm Ali Rahman Khan, just to put out there. Yes, we're traveling we're traveling right now on the 5th. We're going to Islamabad. On the 8th, we're going to Dubai for another promotional tour for just a day, I think. And then we come back on the 9th to only have a premiere here in Lahore. And then on the 10th, we have the Karachi premiere, after which we leave for London on the 11th, and we have the 13th, we have the London premiere. So
wow, this sounds even more strenuous than the actual shoot itself. How was the shoot? So did you guys know each other before the film?
Yeah.
We knew each other, yeah.
Ali and I had already worked on some drama serials before. And Bilal also, I think roughly around the same time, because we worked on Yalghar, which is our next film that's coming up, which he is part of also.
Wonderful.
So we've got another film coming out. So this crazy party continues.
Wonderful. No, this is really exciting. So, and where all were you guys shooting? Tell me about the shoot, Bilal. You just sort of transitioned into this world, right? So
I have, well, we were shooting in Sawat. We shot in Dubai somewhat. We shot in Islamabad. And basically around these areas, and I think it was, for me, it was very refreshing because Sawat is absolutely beautiful. It's breathtaking. People are very humble, very friendly, very warm and welcoming. So it's been a phenomenal experience for me.
Great, wonderful. And you two obviously, have been a part of this experience and just getting the things rolling. So tell me, what are you looking forward to most right now?
I think there are very few films that are female-centric in Pakistan, and very few that have strong, empowered roles. So what I'm really excited about is that I got to play this, and that I've been lucky enough to be part of such films. Even Bin Roy was sort of female-centric. So, but now I'm very much in the firing line. So let's see how it rolls out in the cinemas, how people take to us, because we're new faces and we obviously need all the support that we can get. So
wonderful. And Ali Rahman Khan, you're clearly not a new face here. You've been on TV for quite some time. How has this journey been?
Great. I've really loved every second of it. I think TV is a very different medium. It's a little more, for me, as an actor, it's a little more hectic. A lot more, I think, strenuous, but film has been great because it's given me the opportunity to develop my character, to research it a little, to just easily blend into it. And TV sometimes doesn't give you that leeway. So it's been a great experience. I've got the opportunity to work with some great people, get to know some great people, become friends with them. We bonded like with the actors. Also, not just in front of the camera, but also behind the camera, we've really shared some good times with the director, the producer, and from everyone, from the director to the spot boy. We had a good time. We really bonded. We were a family. So it's been a great experience, a very fantastic opportunity for me to get to know the industry in this side, and for also to improve myself and my work.
Wonderful. Is this something that all three of you wanted to do? Because obviously you're coming from very diverse backgrounds. You've been doing cinema all over. I was just reading up this morning, and it's Bollywood and English cinema and everything. And
it's been such a abrupt start, and the journey here has been very quick. Just 3 years in the making, and here I am. Before that, I was very much at university and never imagined that I'd be an actor. So, and right now I'm also running my own investment company in the UK. So.
Wow! Tell me about that? So all of you obviously have parallel lives also. I was reading that you've actually studied film.
Well, I never thought I'd be an actor. I was working as a hedge fund consultant in New York, and I was a double major, finance and art with a psychology minor. I just wanted to get back into art, and so I wrapped up I quit my job in New York overnight. I moved to London. I studied animation and visual effects, and visual effects direction is what I do. I'm VFX director for Yilgard. And then I just got pulled in front of the camera, and now I'm acting, and yeah, it's fun.
These are such amazing journeys to know about, huh, Ali?
Yes, I only found out about Bilal a little prior to when we were filming, because I was interested in who I'm working with, and I knew Armeena, but Bilal I had not heard about before, so it was a little I was a little anxious because I always like having actors around, so I was like, काम क्या किया? You know, like it was all like,
I think
सबका
question.
And then they were like, नहीं ये यलगार में भी shooting हो रही है, मगर काम क्या किया? You know, like there was no body of work I could refer to. So it was tough, but when I met him and I started working with him, you know, he's a fantastic actor. He's really picked up a lot of things so fast, and he's a very quick learner. He's a great human being to be around. He's really one of the kindest people I know in the industry, and I've told him several times that it's actually really a pleasure.
Wow, I'm sensing this amazing bromance bond kind of a thing going on, right?
The bro code runs strong.
I'm trying to interpret what they're trying to say. I'm trying, but clearly, you know, these guys are great friends and these guys have a lot going on. But tell me about yourselves on a personal level. So you obviously have a life in the UK, and you are both in finance or have been in finance. What about you? Where are you based out of? Tell us more about yourself.
Well, I have had a parallel life running I still do actually. I used to be with the UN here in Pakistan. I worked with the UN for 5 years. I was with the UN, and then I took a break. I thought I'd concentrate on acting, but then this opportunity came up in Vienna with another international organization, and I do love that work. So then I moved to Vienna for now it's been almost 3 years. So it pulled me back in. I thought I'd concentrate on acting, but it's my second love. I really love the work I do because it really involves a lot of work I do with Pakistan and the government of Pakistan and bettering the people of Pakistan's lives. It's on migration. So heavily involves my work is involved with a lot of diaspora and government and policy. There's a lot of boring stuff. But
wow, you know, I'm just absolutely loving this because here you see these people and they're promoting their film, and you know, you see them looking all glamorous and you're like, wow, this must be life, but there's a whole different side to yourselves, huh?
Well, I guess, yeah, and it's what's really interesting and beautiful is how cinema has brought us all together from different backgrounds. And just like Ali said, I've made some lovely friends, and you know, friends off camera. Even if we're not filming, you know, all of us hang out, we chill. The team of Janaan, you know, the producers Imran Kazmi, Harim Farooq, Munir Hussain, who's actually propelled Janaan to another level internationally, along with Sunil Shah from B4U. I haven't done dramas or plays, you know, and if I'm walking down the street in London, and if I have people coming up to me, it made me really proud, not because they were recognizing Bilal Ashraf, but because I was representing Pakistan cinema and they were recognizing Pakistan cinema. And believe it or not, 60 to 70% of these people were from India. Yeah.
That's so fascinating. But Armeena, tell me, which of your two lives do you prefer? Because clearly Ali is balancing both of them. Bilal sort of, you know, made some choices in life from what I'm gathering. Where do you stand?
I'm always sort of, I think I'm a passenger in two ships at the moment because I spend so much time abroad, and it's only when I get called down that I'll partake on an A-list project or something, because my geography doesn't allow me to come down for everything that I get offered. And when I'm here, my work there obviously suffers and everything. So it's not easy, and I think I'm coming to that. Things are coming to a head, and I have to make that choice soon as to where I want to be. But at the moment, it's very much between Pakistan and the West. I'm very sort of looking at Canada and the US at the moment, and I'm getting offers from there. So you never know, you might see me in some foreign projects very soon.
Wow, that's so fascinating because Armeena has a big choice coming her way. But these choices have been, like you guys have all come to this point following a long journey. What was childhood like? What was growing up like? What got you guys here?
I think for me, childhood was all about sports. I used to bunk all my classes, all my tuitions. My mother chasing me, and really, I think my inspiration has been my late sister, who's not with me anymore. She was a film director, teaching at NYU Film School, and I think that's the main reason why I moved back. So if I'm in this field, it's because of her, because she was very passionate about Pakistan and Pakistan cinema, and I always wanted to see Pakistan cinema at an international level at a time where films were not being made. So I think I'm kind of trying to finish off what she started, and now, I think it's just phenomenal how Janaan is releasing globally and representing Pakistan cinema, and I'm part of it, so it's phenomenal.
That's wonderful. Armeena, I've been hounding you on Instagram, so I know you have siblings. You have a sister, right?
I have 2 sisters.
You have 2 sisters, and they're both in. They're not
both,
here, of course.
They're both married in Lahore.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
So you're practically home right now.
I am home. I feel very much at home at the moment.
Wonderful. So did you guys all grow up here also? Or?
No. We all grew up in Canada.
Okay.
And they came back here. My parents decided to do a little experiment. They wanted to pack up shop in Canada. They came back for a couple of years. And during that time, they both sort of got hitched. And then it just didn't work out, so they went back.
No, but tell me, how was it growing up in a house full of sisters and girls? It must have been so much fun.
I was a very quiet and I preferred my own company. That sounds. I preferred books. I was a very quiet child. Wouldn't give anyone any trouble, and just had a couple of friends that I grew up with. Ones that I still keep in touch with. They know my deepest, darkest secrets, and I've made a lot of friends along the way. I love traveling now. I can't stay in one place for too long, which is why I'm in the UK now instead of Canada. I think I wanted to take the road less traveled. I don't want my life to be mapped out for me. I just wanted to, I'm just Dorothy on that yellow brick road to Emerald City. So let's see where it takes me.
That's wonderful. And Ali, what about yourself though? Because I know that you're from Islamabad, right?
Yeah.
Originally, and it was very fascinating for me to see how you started out experimenting. I think in a way you were kind of pioneering the new age cinema in Pakistan.
I think we did. I don't want to take credit for it because it's a lot of other people involved, but I think I have a certain contribution to it. I started with theatre a long time ago, I think over 10 years ago. So for me, my journey has been very long, arduous, with a lot of struggle, trying to get my name out there, or my work out there, more than my name. That's something I've been interested in. But yeah, I think Slakistan was the first indie film to come out of Pakistan at that time. Ziba Khana was before that, but it went and it drowned, and we didn't hear too much of it. I mean, it did make some waves, but not too many. But Slakistan really made an impact internationally, at least, because it got banned. Pakistan. Majority. I think that really worked for us, and I think that's what really urged a lot of filmmakers or independent filmmakers to just get up with a camera and start, take out a 5D and start filming, because it was that easy, and it really encouraged a lot of filmmakers to start making films. I wouldn't say that was the reason, but I think it was a point where a lot of filmmakers got encouragement from it. It has been a very long journey, and I try to phase out a lot of the bad stuff, so I don't remember it. But it was tough on the way. It was tough. But I try not to look at the negative side of it. I always look at the positive end of every situation. And for me, the positive is that I'm here now. I learned a lot from the negativity in my life. I try to shun out the negativity and the negative people that are involved. Who basically, you have to be someone who says yes I can and not yes I can't, or no I can't. and people will always bring you down. You just have to learn to say no. I don't agree with what you're saying, and you have to learn to push through all of the negativity.
And clearly, that's something that all three of you are nodding on. So that's something that you all agree with, because you guys are making it sound really easy. Clearly, the journey isn't as simple, right? So
no, I think the journey's been it hasn't been easy for any one of us, and you know, even still, Janaan is releasing, and you know, people think that.
Right, all fingers crossed for that.
Inshallah, it'll do well.
Fingers crossed.
We are confident because, of course, it's a great team, and I think there's a lot of good intention which is on board, which is amazing. But coming back to the part of the journey, and the journey being a tough one, there are a lot of people out there. Haters will always be haters, and there are a lot of people who try to pull you down, and they say this can't be done or that can't be done, and you know, why is this one getting this project, why is this one? I think people need to just really concentrate on their own work, and if they actually do, they might get somewhere in life as well. As far as the negativity is concerned, I think we all, even if we hear something negative about ourselves or anything, we've learned how to take negativity and turn it into positivity. And I think there's a lot of negativity out here in Pakistan, but there's also a lot of positivity. You know, just a smile can change a lot of things.
Yes.
And I feel that we've learned how to love people. Even if people hate us, we still love them, and we don't care. We will continue to work and give it our best, and inshallah make history.
You know what I'm loving about you guys is that all three of you sitting here, and I can sense how different you all are, but I love how aligned you three are, because here's this movie going on, you're spending so much time together, and there's going to be so much more coming.
Inshallah. And the movie, which is releasing this Eid al-Azha and going in 15 countries, Janaan, we've put in a lot of effort. This film is for you guys. You know, people complain that Pakistan cinema nahi hai, ye nahi hai, wo nahi hai.
Yeah, I'd just like to say that it's really exciting. Janaan is releasing this Eid al-Azha, and it's the first time Pakistani film, first time in history a Pakistani film is going to 15 plus countries. It's a very exciting time for Pakistani cinema. It's a very exciting time for Pakistan. And I am really looking forward to bringing Janaan to the world. We are, as a team, we love the fact that it's going out so at such a wide outreach. It has such a wide outreach, and people will really enjoy it, and I hope people go and watch it, because it really is a feel-good film, and at the end of the day, we've worked really hard to bring you this film. So please go watch Janaan, Eid al-Azha. We're really looking forward to bringing the magic to cinema, back to cinema.